And now at 5:30, the criminal trial is underway against two former FirstEnergy executives. It is the next chapter in one of the biggest public corruption scandals in our state's history that our team has been following for years.
Morgan Trow is covering the trial for you. We'll have her report in just a minute. But first, we want to take a look back at how we got here.
It started in 2019 when House Bill 6 was signed into law, bailing out Ohio's two nuclear power plants.
A year later, the former Speaker of the State House, Larry Householder, and others were arrested and charged with bribery in a scheme to pass that bill.
Fast forward another year, and FirstEnergy is found to be part of it.
Householder and the former Ohio Republican Party chair are convicted on federal charges in 2023.
And in 2024, a grand jury indicts two former FirstEnergy executives and the former chair of the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio, who died by suicide that year.
Okay, Morgan, joining us now live tonight from Columbus. Morgan, you've been covering this case related to trials from the very beginning. What happened today in court?
Katie, tensions ran high as the jury heard opening statements all day today. And the prosecution says this is a cut and dry case of bribery. But the defense, they're blaming a dead man for all wrongdoing.
It was about greed, corporate and personal greed.
It is now your job to ensure that we don't take anybody's liberty on an incomplete report.
The state is accusing former FirstEnergy CEO Chuck Jones and VP Michael Dowling of paying the former Public Utilities Commission chair Sam Randazzo $4.3 million in bribes, along with $60 million spent to pass House Bill 6 to provide a $1 billion bailout for their struggling company.
What does $4,333,333 buy you from the man who's about to become the most powerful regulator in the state of Ohio? The man in charge of an organization, a government organization, that can make or break your business. It turns out a lot.
In opening statements, the Attorney General's team argued that the men should be convicted of bribery as they paid to play, paying off the top regulator so FirstEnergy could raise its prices.
The reason they rigged the game is to juice the stock price. That's what the evidence is going to show you.
Defense attorneys started with a slip-up.
There was a bribe here. Pardon me, there was not a bribe here, ladies and gentlemen.
Then Dowling's attorney argued that Randazzo, who is now dead, was corrupt, not FirstEnergy. Before Randazzo was the top regulator, he was a consultant for clients who worked with FirstEnergy. The defense said that the company was simply paying Randazzo settlement funds owed to clients, but he stole that money from them.
He put 30 cents of every dollar of that in his pocket and stole it from his clients every month, every year, for over a decade.
The money was never intended for Randazzo, the defense said, and the men never knew about the alleged bribe.
If they didn't intend to pay him money, then it's not a bribe. Asking him for stuff, not a bribe. That's lobbying.
But the state said that lines were clearly crossed.
Chuck Jones texts Sam Randazzo, and he texts him, what? A picture of the FirstEnergy stock price going up. And he says, my mother taught me to say thank you.
And that is just one of the text messages that we expect to be key in this trial, but there are thousands of others that allegedly show a really close relationship. Now that opening statements are done, witnesses will be taking the stand for the next 5 to 8 weeks.
Okay, Morgan, we know you're going to keep tabs on this and bring us updates along the way. We appreciate it. Live from Columbus tonight. And two of the people charged in relation to House Bill 6 died by suicide, one of those being the former chair of the Public Utilities Commission, Sam Randazzo, in April of 2024, and Columbus lobbyist Neil Clark in 2021.
Now, the meat of House Bill 6 was repealed, but it took more than 5 years. In 2021, Governor DeWine signed House Bill 128, which partially repealed House Bill 6, but it did not remove the subsidies for the coal plants. FirstEnergy customers were on the hook to help pay for those subsidies. Then last year, another bill was signed by the governor removing those charges.